Peace. Quick little think fast. Matter of fact, it's dark, so I ain't even doing the juke. But I just called a download. Basically, kind of just talk to the mosquitoes in essence, or the energy of the mosquitoes, because you could say I talk to them, or in essence, just that collective consciousness of the mosquitoes in essence. But I'm sitting here and I'm vibing outside. And I'm in Louisiana, man, and it's like is sometimes it's just crazy at how many mosquitoes be coming at us during this time of year. But anyway, I'm sitting and they started to I'm starting to see them fly around and feel them, and I'm like, oh, come on, y'all, because I keep my peace with any and all beings, as much as possible. Now I remember I did make a video a while back about with bugs crawling on us, just like so as above so below, just like say for instance, if I go towards a volcano, I know what I'm dealing with. So if the earth, quote unquote, in essence, harms me in some kind of way, and I end up transitioning to a certain extent, I was asking for it because I went go climb up that volcano. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing with I was speaking to the example of why I feel it's alright to hit a bug or something, if it gets to a certain area on you. So if a bug trying to crawl up your nose, say for instance, it's alright, nah, it's like slapping away at he going up that volcano. You know what I'm saying, in essence. So it's like that vibe. But I'm sitting and I'm like, oh, mosquitoes. I'm like, come on, y'all. I'm like, bro, let's be cordial with each other, bro. We ain't, why you gotta suck my butt? And in my head, I'm like, bro, I could, can I point y'all to somebody else to go eat all? How we could work this out? And then I heard a voice was like, come on, bro, we only exist in our lifespan, not even a couple days, if that, in essence, but in so many words, our lifespan not even that long, bro. You could let us, eat. And two is bro, this is what we eat, it's just y'all eat whatever y'all eat, it is what it is. We all harming each other. Basically kind of harping on that vibe. We all harming some type of life to sustain ourselves, which is facts. I'm like, you know what? All right, just don't make it itch so much. If y'all could have all that blood, man, just don't make it itch so much. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, to the example of how disease is fake and how and when I say fake, to the more so to the vibe of where it's not an actual germ or virus. It is, in essence, it starts with the mind, and it starts energetically, first and foremost. But all diseases are, in essence of the mind. And I forgot, I was about to say something about that. Oh, with the West Nile, being from Louisiana, the news was heavy about, oh, West Nile this, West Nile that. And you see, with that Capricorn vibe, it's being very practical about any and everything. And I used to be practical about stuff, when I hear stuff on the news and I look around me, practically look at my own news, be my own, because I'm the news talking about shit, but I'm let me look around myself. I'm how many people how many funerals I went to for people dying of the West Nile, even though they talk about it as if we all supposed to be falling out with it, showing how it's they was trying to push it on a mental level. The Ebola, you had the Ebola for 1 second, you had the anthrax vibe, and there is the placebo effect. You could have came across some fucking white powder, it could have been just some fucking flour, but because your mind thinking it's anthrax or some shit, you gonna create that situation in your mind. You know what I'm saying? The mind is that strong and powerful. And if you don't program it, somebody will. You know, straight up. I think about Bruce Lee, being able to move that chi energy, know. But yeah, the whole situation with those little diseases and all that, that's them pushing that. And again, back to dealing with the mosquitoes, it's like, so, any fear would be a false one in that sense. Like my only gripe in essence is feeling the little itch, or the little whatever, the little feeling them kind of crawling on me type of vibe. But again, like they say, like, bruh, it's just a couple of, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure the earth, feels some kind of way when people, digging in the earth, you know. But the earth ain't always slapping us up. As above, so below. Again, but like except for when you go around dangerous places, the little zones where it's like, all right, you know what you're doing. At this point, if something, harmful happens to you, to a certain, I ain't say to a certain extent, but I mean, in essence, you asking for it. If I go walk around the edge of the volcano, I'm not expecting to, you know, it's not the most safe place to be in. You know what I'm saying? So if I was to transition that situation, it would be very I gotta say for people to look at, oh, why God, or why Mother Nature had to do that. No, I did that to myself. I was too close to a little, to a little hot zone, figuratively and literally. Yeah, and just with that being said, all we all we all making it, through our little earthly experience. You see how much our mind becomes something that's just extra whenever it's being guided by our lower nature, or being guided by somebody who trying to enslave us. But you know what I'm saying? But like, well, in nature, and matter of fact, in which they have stuff that might be unnatural even in nature because of our ass in essence. But but anyway, there's no animals. You don't see animals that like hunt just for sport. Like, of course, again, it may possibly have, because I done seen like on some beef type of stuff, like the hyenas and the lions beef, and that's one of the times. But other than that, again, and that's a territorial thing. That's different. I'm speaking to just like for nothing. Like, you don't see any animal kill another animal in essence, just for the sport. And when I say that, I'm talking about by majority, because again, you may have a little young predator, trying to learn this little way and probably kill a little mouse for, you know what I'm saying, like in that type of method. But I'm talking about in the broad spectrum of things. Most animals don't move on other animals unless it's eaten. Other than that, everybody in a little symbiotic relationship. But look, you don't mess with me, I don't mess with you. Unless that's our paths. But the humans, it's like it's a whole different thing. And two, as above so below, as a human, like, matter of fact, some of us in this human experience, deal with the situation of being feared before somebody even gets to know us. You know what I'm saying? With somebody probably pull out a gun on us and want to shoot us. Cause they just fear us without knowing, or just fear the way we look. You know, just like you might fear the way a certain bug look. You know, without really knowing if that bug really gonna bite or sting or harm you or anything. You know. Of course, oh yeah, it may be creepy, of course, because we got the subconscious programming of being that fearful of them, you know. Which kind of goes, again, to that same sentiments with human, you know. So as a human, you know, you could kind of, you know, empathize with that position of, you know, not wanting to fear something and harming it just because, you know, like I tell people about roaches. Of course, like I want to chew a roach. I don't want roaches crawling all over my house. But I ain't trying to, you know, create this battle between me, like, you know, me and the roaches. I'm like, uh, I ask anybody, have you ever been to the hospital? Cause you know, like you could go to the hospital for a bee sting or a spider bite, you know, all these different things. I'm like, who in history or where is the sickness? You know, cause they even got sickness of like bed bugs. You got bed bugs, you know, you got this sickness. Why you never heard of nothing, no sickness that you get from the roaches? like, like man, I got the roachitis. I got roachitosis, you know. It's like it don't exist, but yet, you know, the cockroaches or roaches in general is feared, you know, like they about to bite like ants, you know. It's like, see, like how to fear, you know, translate into, again, just harm. And it takes it takes time for you to realize, you know, that, again, just realize, well, it don't take time. If you real familiar with the law of attraction, just realize, you know, what you fear grows, you know. Like I got dreads. I done worked in the warehouse, and I done slept outside. And I have never had a spider bite in my life, ever. You know what I'm saying? As much as I done been around them, and, you know they around me. You know what I'm saying? But in essence, cause I knew to have that fearlessness too. Cause I'm like, bro, look, they done been like, the bugs done been everywhere, gonna be everywhere, man. If you hold yourself down to that little fear, you know, you gonna, being in Louisiana, you'll feel your whole surroundings. You wouldn't even be able to step outside. Be like Bubble Boy, if y'all ever seen that movie. You know, which that Bubble Boy kind of have a nice little analogy about, you know, I have to look at it again to see how close, you know, a spiritual analogy it has in it. But I hear these possums and raccoons moving around here. Hear them tree limbs moving strongly. But, you know, we share this space, so it is what it is. But yeah, I just wanted to share that information of, you know, how mosquitoes shared that little bit of information with me, and then, you know, as I was talking, it just got me to where I'm at right now. This is live and candid, you know. Candid, is that the word? I think that's the word. I don't know the actual definition. I just kind of know how to use it in this context to a certain extent. Everything I'm not make me everything I am. Shout out to Kanye on that one. I heard everybody thoughts just not when I said shout out to Kanye on that one. That go back to my point of like, Hey, did I say blah 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 blah? No, I just said shout out to Kanye on that. I didn't say nothing extra, so don't attach nothing extra. I mean, you can. Nope. Forgive me. Feel free to free will universe, but don't expect me to entertain it. So beautiful. The moment. Happy now, y'all. Peace. Y'all could kind of see me. Happy now. Now's the vibrate. Not going too far in the future. Not going too far in the past. Right now. Be at one. Remember, the outside universe is a reflection of what's inside of you. What's going on inside reflects outside. And as above, so below. Peace and blessings, y'all.